Because your enemy sucks, man.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Hey,
Go ahead.
When you're 53.
Start over. Start over.
He on your
So anyway, my pop, he's first sniper, Marine Corps, Korea. They didn't have sniper school. Just basically a 5'8" badass and held expert rating in all weapons. I think you're peeing again. So he's going into this bar, and there's this 6'6" black dude sitting in the middle, Marine Corps dude, fucking everybody up. What's his name?
That's a fucking hell of a name.
So he walks, my pop, he walks right by this guy, won't even look up at him. The dude's looking at him. It's like, my dad's like, yeah, fuck you. Goes on by, gets his beer, turns right around, doesn't go and sit down. No, he goes right back through the middle of the circle, right by this fucker. So he looks up, and the guy puts his big club out like that, stops him like that. My pop looks at him, he looks up, and he goes, fucker, you're walking through my circle. And then Pop just kind of looks at him and takes a drink. And the black dude goes, whack! Knocks the beer out of his hand, right? So my pops just looks up at him and goes, you spilled my beer. And so the black dude goes, I'm gonna fuck you up, and puts his hand out. Pop literally takes this guy's right arm, puts his right elbow in his right ear, flips his body. This is a 6'6" dude. Flips his body, lands him on his shoulder, dislocates the shoulder, and plants the elbow in the side of his head. And it's his right elbow in the side of his head. It sits on his chest. So he's got a hold of his shoulder, his arm. Yeah. He's got him all fucked up. He's sitting on his chest, and he goes, you spilled my beer. And the guy's screaming. He goes, you need to order me a beer. So he makes the guy order him a beer. Barkeep brings the beer out on a platter, right? Pop takes the beer off the guy's tray, and he goes, you need to pay the man. And this guy's in some pain. He goes, I said, pay the man. So he takes his other arm, reaches under his ass, grabs his wallet, pulls it out, pulls the money out, tips him, puts him on the tray, and Pop just drinks his beer. And he's just sitting there drinking his beer. Finishes it, and he looks down at the guy. This guy's fucked up, and he goes, you have two choices in life when I get up. One's good, one's bad. I told my pop I'd heard that story. He goes, who the hell told you that?
That's a good story.
Oh, no, he's just...
That's a fucking funny.
My dad is actually the reason they quit using real knives in hand-to-hand combat demonstrations at the White House. Because the knife I have in my gun safe, that I don't know if I showed you yet or not, Mr. Randall Knives, Mr. Randall made the knife for my dad. Because the men that he served, they sent him back, remember I told you he became a lieutenant as a Mustang, sent him back to Korea, and the men that he took care of actually got a hold of Mr. Randall and had Mr. Randall make him a knife and put his name in it, in the blade, because he saved so many lives. He was at the White House doing a hand-to-hand combat demonstration, and the guy he was doing the demonstration with wasn't as good as him, and he buried the entire blade to the guy's hand on a white sheet at the White House on the lawn. And so after that, they had to switch back to rubber knives.
Oh my goodness.
And it wasn't until later that a Green Beret in Vietnam made him change back to steel knives. That was the reason they went to rubber knives. Literally, is because my dad had popped his gun. I gotta show you the knife.
Must suck to be the guy that got popped on.
It
Huh?
says Randall on one side of the blade. It says Randall, and on the other side of the blade it says RDC Martin Lieutenant.
Thank you.
This is
Shotgun it.
cool.
Come on, old man.